Tiger, we are inspired by everything you've become and attained. The job you've done is incredible.
Tiger Woods owns a floating fortress named Privacy. For years, this 155-foot super yacht was his ultimate escape. But what happens when that escape becomes a prison? Federal agents finally boarded Tiger's $20 million vessel, and the official report about their findings is just the tip of the iceberg. The truth of what they discovered has been twisted and buried for years. You think you know the story of Tiger Woods, but you have no idea what secrets were hiding just beneath the deck of his incredible yacht. What's even more shocking is why the authorities were so determined to find them the day they boarded. You see, for a man who lives his life under the brightest spotlights imaginable, the idea of true privacy is the ultimate luxury. And for Tiger Woods, that luxury had a name: Privacy. A magnificent 155-foot super yacht, a floating palace worth a cool $20 million. It was designed to be his escape, his fortress of solitude on the open ocean. But on October 4th, 2004, that fortress was breached. Fresh off his wedding to Ellen Nordegren in Barbados, Tiger was on his honeymoon cruise, a time that should have been sealed off from the world. As his yacht approached the port of San Juan, Puerto Rico, the unthinkable happened. A U.S. Coast Guard vessel intercepted the Privacy. This wasn't a friendly wave or a routine check. 5 officers boarded the yacht, and suddenly the world's most famous athlete was no longer in control. He and his new bride, along with their crew, were escorted into the port and detained. The news exploded. Headlines across the globe screamed that Tiger Woods' honeymoon had been interrupted by federal agents. The world was buzzing with questions. What could he have possibly done? Many people are crazy about celebrity gossip, and this was a firestorm. Was he smuggling something? Were there illegal items on board? The speculation ran wild. The thing nobody tells you is the sheer tension of a moment like that. Imagine being on your private yacht, a place you believe is your own sovereign territory, only to have it swarmed by government officials. For 3.5 hours, Tiger and everyone on board were held and questioned. Immigration authorities were involved. The entire vessel, from its plush cabins to its storage holds, was under the complete control of outsiders. The media was in a frenzy, trying to get any piece of information they could. But the official story was kept under tight wraps. This created a vacuum, and into that vacuum, rumors and conspiracy theories began to grow. The silence from the authorities only made people more certain that something truly disturbing had been discovered. After all, they wouldn't stop the world's biggest sports star on his honeymoon for no reason, right? The yacht was eventually allowed to refuel, but it was then escorted back out of the port and ordered to leave United States waters immediately. It was a stunning turn of events. They were kicked out. This only added fuel to the fire. Being told to leave the country isn't a slap on the wrist, it's a serious command. The public was left to wonder what could have been so bad that Tiger Woods was essentially banished from a U.S. port. The narrative was set: a raid, a detention, and a cover-up. The stage was set for one of the most enduring mysteries in the life of a sports icon. But what they actually found was far from what anyone expected. Inside the floating palace. So what was the bombshell discovery? What was so disturbing that it required a team of federal agents to storm a yacht on a sunny afternoon? The answer is both shocking and, in a way, incredibly ordinary. The disturbing finding that had the world spinning wasn't a stash of illegal goods or a hidden fugitive. It was paperwork. That's right. The entire dramatic raid came down to a single, unreported detail. You see, in the wake of the 9/11 attacks, maritime security rules had been massively tightened. A new regulation required large vessels like the Privacy to file a notice of arrival 96 hours, a full 4 days, before entering a U.S. port. The captain of Tiger's yacht was apparently unaware that these strict new rules applied to Puerto Rico. His only plan was to stop for gas. The failure to file that one piece of paper was the crime that launched a global news story. The big disturbing finding was a bureaucratic mistake. The company that owns the yacht, a shell corporation called Privacy Limited, faced a potential fine of up to $32,500. But not all things are what they seem. The real disturbing part isn't the violation, but how a simple administrative issue was twisted into a massive scandal. It shows the insane level of scrutiny that follows a person like Tiger Woods. For anyone else, this would have been a forgotten ticket. For him, it became a legend. Now let's talk about the yacht itself, because understanding what this vessel is helps you understand the man. This isn't just a boat, it's a statement. A $20 million purchase in 2004, its annual running cost is estimated to be $2 million. That's nearly $400,000 a month, just to keep it ready. Inside, it's pure opulence. The design is dominated by rich cherry woodwork, with white silk walls and leather furniture. It features a sweeping staircase with transparent steps that look like they're floating on air. It has an elevator for its 3 decks, 5 staterooms for 10 guests, and quarters for a 9-person crew. But get this, it's also packed with some truly wild features. There's a massive 8-person jacuzzi on the deck, a fully equipped gym, and a state-of-the-art movie theater. And for his hobbies, Tiger installed a professional scuba station with its own system to fill air tanks and, unbelievably, an inflatable decompression chamber. This is high-level, serious diving equipment. He even keeps 2 Vespa scooters on board for when he docks, so he never has to rely on local transport. The yacht is a self-contained world. It can hold 12,000 gallons of fuel, giving it a range of 4,000 nautical miles. That's enough to cross the entire Atlantic Ocean. This vessel was engineered for total independence, a place where Tiger Woods could control every single aspect of his environment. But that desire for control would soon be put to the ultimate test, violating the fortress. The irony of naming your escape vessel Privacy is that it almost acts like a challenge to the world. And it's a challenge the world has accepted again and again. The 2004 incident in Puerto Rico was just the beginning of the yacht's long and troubled history as a magnet for the exact opposite of privacy: intense, unwanted public exposure. Almost immediately after he bought it, the problem started. Tiger had to sue the company that built the yacht, Christensen Shipyards. Why? Because his wife, Elin, walked into the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show and saw a promotional display with pictures of their brand new, super-secret yacht plastered everywhere, with Tiger's name right next to them. This was a direct violation of their contract, which strictly forbade using Tiger's identity for promotion. He sued them for a staggering $50 million, arguing his endorsement was priceless. The case was eventually settled out of court. The builder had to issue a public apology and pay Tiger $1.6 million. This was the first sign that keeping this massive asset a secret was going to be a full-time battle. But things were about to get much, much worse. Fast forward to late 2009. Tiger's personal life imploded in one of the biggest celebrity scandals of all time. As the world's media hunted him down, he was rumored to be hiding out on the Privacy, which was docked at a marina in North Palm Beach, Florida. The yacht was no longer a sanctuary. It became a besieged fortress. Paparazzi and reporters swarmed the secure, gated marina for weeks. The situation got so out of hand that security had to physically remove intruders, with one photographer getting caught after scaling a wall just to get a picture. To try and maintain some shred of anonymity, the crew draped a giant white tarp over the yacht's nameplate, but it was useless. The Privacy was the center of the storm. Every day brought new rumors. Tiger was planning to flee to the Caribbean. He and Elin were having crisis talks on board. The very place designed to be his escape had become a symbol of him being trapped, a golden cage under constant surveillance. It was a complete and total violation of everything the yacht was supposed to represent, and the drama didn't end there. After his high-profile divorce in 2010, reports surfaced that Tiger was trying to sell the yacht. The asking price was $25 million. The story goes that he offered it to Elin as part of the divorce settlement, but she turned it down, wisely pointing out that the $2 million annual upkeep was an insane expense. But the market for yachts was bad, and experts publicly stated he'd be lucky to get his original $20 million back. Despite all the headlines and speculation, a sale never happened. He kept the yacht. Each of these events, the lawsuit, the media siege, the phantom sale, tied the yacht directly to the most chaotic moments of his personal life. The boat had become a public barometer for his private turmoil. Weaponizing luxury. While the Privacy has been a source of public drama, it also serves another, much more calculated purpose. It's not just a pleasure craft, it's a strategic asset in his professional career. It's a secret weapon that almost no other athlete on earth can deploy. You see, during major golf tournaments, the pressure is immense. The media is relentless, and fans can be overwhelming. Staying in a hotel or a rented house means constantly dealing with that chaos. So Tiger came up with a brilliant solution. Whenever a major tournament is held near the coast, he uses the Privacy as his personal, mobile headquarters. He docks it at a nearby marina and lives on board for the entire week. This allows him to create a perfectly controlled bubble. Think about it. No hotel lobbies to walk through, no noisy neighbors, no paparazzi hiding in the bushes outside a rental home. He controls his security, his food, his sleep schedule, and his mental space with absolute precision. He eliminates all the random variables that can derail a player's focus. He's done this time and time again. At the 2018 U.S. Open on Long Island, he docked the yacht at the Montauk Yacht Club. He even joked with reporters that staying on his dinghy was the only way to beat the area's insane traffic, which was so bad it could make a player late for their own tee time. A year later, for the PGA Championship at Bethpage, also on Long Island, the presence of his 155-foot yacht in a local marina turned the town into a tourist attraction. People flocked to the waterfront just to get a glimpse of his floating command center. The logistics are planned with military precision. The crew sails the yacht to the location well in advance. Tiger then flies in on his private jet, a Gulfstream G550, just before the tournament begins, minimizing his time in the public eye. In a sport decided by millimeters and mental strength, this level of environmental control is a massive competitive advantage. It's a level of luxury and logistical power that is simply out of reach for his competitors. It's not just about comfort, it's about winning. But here's the final, incredible irony. The very tool he uses to ensure his secrecy has become a public signal. Maritime law requires vessels to be trackable. Anyone with an app like Marine Traffic can follow the privacy's movements around the globe. Now, when the yacht leaves its Florida port and heads towards the site of a major tournament, the whole world knows. Its location is a giant floating billboard that screams, "Tiger is coming to play," often before his own team makes an official announcement. The ultimate tool for privacy has become his most public tell. So what are we, the average people, supposed to make of all this? We started with a wild headline: Tiger Woods' yacht searched with disturbing findings. We dove into a world of federal agents, multi-million-dollar lawsuits, paparazzi sieges, and incredible luxury. Is this just another story of a rich celebrity living in a bizarre world we can't possibly understand? Or is there something more to it? The thing is, when you strip away all the drama and the clickbait, the story of the privacy tells you something really important about fame. The journey from a simple paperwork mistake in Puerto Rico to a global scandal doesn't just happen overnight. It gets fed by our own curiosity. The media knows people are fascinated by the idea of a hero falling from grace. So a minor infraction becomes a raid. An administrative fine becomes disturbing findings. Was the privacy a sanctuary to protect a superstar, or just a golden cage that attracted more trouble than it was worth? Let us know what you think in the comments below. And if you enjoyed uncovering this story, be sure to like and subscribe for more.